It's time now for Carter's Corner. Everything Bay Area sports on the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Here is your host, Carter Kim.
Hello, gentlemen, ladies, people of this world. Welcome back to Carter's Corner. I am Carter here on Northern Lights Sports and Entertainment. Nothing happened yesterday either. I don't want to talk about it. So, what is there to talk about? Sports world. There's been a lot of great college basketball. The NBA is happening tonight with the Warriors are going to be playing the Thunder, which will be interesting. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What do you say, Carter? I mean, I thought I was right. All I said is that I thought I was right. I firmly believe that the Dodgers were not going to sign a Boris client. But I firmly believe that. And they haven't for a very long time. So it didn't make sense that they would do it right now. I figured they'd be going hard after Sasaki or even Soto, more likely than Snell. What do I say? Well, anybody can spend money. That's what I say. Gotta find some more information today. Oh my gosh. I wonder why the 49ers don't just quit nowadays. We haven't been doing good enough, so we might as well just kind of ride out the rest of this season because it's been horrible. And we're about to play the Bills, who we have no chance against. I mean, yeah, I have nothing to say about that. I mean, we've been disappointing the entire year. Fred has been playing with a fractured ankle, so that's just man. It's been not great for my sports teams as of late. So I try to cope a little bit, but yeah, it's just not been great to watch at all. Oh my gosh. Man, we're fourth in passing yards and seventh in rushing yards, but we keep getting destroyed defensively. Yeah, we're not making it to the playoffs, media. There's no way. Like, we are in the worst funk, like Super Bowl hangover that I've ever seen. It's just been so bad. It's not like we were in a coma like the Eagles last year, but we have not been good. That's just period. Point blank. Man. Well, all I have to say about the signing yesterday that we all talked about is that anybody in the world can spend money. That's all. Anybody in the world can spend money. That's fine. Nope, there's a. Yep. Oh man, we started off on a pretty bad losing streak to start the season, but then we played better. Yay! So, I mean, we have 7 wins, which is a horrible, but we have 12 losses, and that's pretty bad. But Anaheim's been just as bad as us, and we've lost 5 overtime games, which can explain a couple of things. Man. Oh, God, I took too much time off. I've been taken aback by too much stuff. I wonder if there's something that I can show you guys that's interesting. I mean, yeah. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, it's not happening. God. We're not getting Soto at this point because it's just been too long. And honestly, I'm so damn bored with the whole damn thing. Man, like, now I'm here in this room alone by myself. I hurt myself today. Gosh. My goodness, we have just been truly, truly like, what is there to say? I mean, the Giants have not made any damn moves this offseason, and already we're being outshone by the freaking Dodgers once again because screw everything and screw giving a crap about baseball. Yeah, I'm done, man. Like, sincerely, I'm done. Like, I'm so freaking done with this team. I just really wanted us to give a shit, but now Zilla is going to the freaking. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's all, folks. That is fucking all. Oh my gosh. We have just been really willing to just sit on the sidelines and do nothing as free agency because what? We think this whole thing is going to come to us somehow. We haven't been getting it. We're not going to get Soto now, that's for sure. I haven't heard a damn thing about us talking to him. Boris is probably trying to put the screws on us because fucking hell. We're not spending money because the ownership is a cheap fucking group instead of caring about the product. My goodness. This used to be a team that cared about people and the people that supported it, but no, not anymore. Long are the days of Bruce Bochy gone, and now we're here. Buster trying to save us from this horrific mediocrity. I mean, yeah, we're not. We're not good enough. We're never going to – if we don't make a move that's significant this offseason, if I don't see Corbin Burns popping up in conversations with us, then I don't know what the hell we're doing. Man. Hold on, I'm just checking this out. Apparently, Matty Ice was taking snipes at him. Man. Hey, Gar. Yeah, I heard about Snell. Yeah, man. We're not even like we're already being outshone in the offseason. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of talking about baseball in that way. It's just all I can talk about is how miserable I am as a Giants fan, and we're not really doing anything that can change anything. Like we're not productive enough to try and get somebody good enough to even mildly rival a team like the Dodgers, and that's insane to me. How we haven't been caring. He is the best. I am a firm believer, Benji, that when Snell is on his form, he's the best pitcher in baseball. And it's not even mildly close. Like when he is playing well, when he's not walking people, when he's playing great, yeah, I don't see a world where he's not the best pitcher in baseball. That's the worst part. Now we're gonna have to play him like 8 times a year, and we're gonna have to worry about him constantly. Or is it? No, it's not 8 times a year, but it's more. Would I trade Webb? Honestly, like we're not gonna be contending. And a team like Baltimore could use Webb. There are many baseball teams in this world that could use Logan Webb as a player. I mean, and that gives them years of control too. That gives them a quality innings eater and a guy who can play great. Listen, I have said this repeatedly on this stream, on the show, on Giant Sports Talk Live. I've said this repeatedly. There are 3 things you need to build a championship caliber rotation. You need a guy who can eat innings and could be a reliable guy that can be trusted to go deep into games. You need a really good left-handed pitcher who can throw hard and can provide that dynamic that the right-handed innings eater can't provide. But then you also, most of all, need a dynamo that can absolutely destroy other teams. We only have one of those things right now. Robbie Ray is a great player, but he's like, I would honestly rather just rock it with Harrison and Birdsong and maybe a couple other younger pitchers rather than the pushing around the notion of let's contend this year, because we're not good enough right now and we haven't been spending the money like we should be. If I don't hear anything, if we start getting the big names bought up, we just heard a big name go off the board. Blake Snell's now a Dodger, and that pisses me off. Now I need to hear the Giants are in the hunt for Corbin Burns or something reasonable like that. How about Harrison? I mean, Birdsong, Harrison Harrison has shown potential. He can be a really good player. The problem is he's just injured and not always great. I mean, let me just find his information right now. His ERA was a massive leap. His ERA was so low last year. Obviously, he didn't play as much last year, but it went from like a 3 to a 4. His whip is really bad. His off speed is not that good. Like, I want to be clear, his slurve is really bad, if I'm being totally honest. He doesn't have a changeup or anything that can provide that extra dynamic. I mean, the reason why Webb is so good is because he's a ground ball pitcher and actually finds ways to get people out. And the reason why Kyle Harrison has been knocked around so much and given up so many runs is because his fastball isn't good enough to compensate for the fact that his off speeds aren't great. And I would honestly be very open to trading him if there was a team that was willing to say, hey, we'll take him on for a couple of our prospects. I can't think of a team that might want that. Maybe the Orioles could want that, but we'd have to see. Burns, Fried, Flaherty, and Buehler and Sasaki are still out there. Yeah, it's just Sasaki, if I'm being totally honest, he's going to be a Dodger. I don't doubt that for a second. There's just something that's burning inside me that's if he isn't a Dodger within the next 2 months, if he isn't a Dodger by his posted date on January 15th, then there is something drastically wrong and something's gone crazy wrong, or the Dodgers just aren't spending, and that's fine. But then you look at Buehler. I mean, Buehler just feels like a guy who's just going to stay with the Dodgers, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, why wouldn't he stay with the Dodgers? He just had a World Series ring gained to him, and he pitched. He wasn't great last year, obviously, but he can definitely pitch better than what he did. Flaherty is from Burbank too, so it's why would he not stay? Obviously, there's been some money taken off the table considering, Blake Snell just got signed a multi-year thing. So maybe that should be factored in. But I think about those guys and I think Buehler could probably stay on for something shorter and smaller because, he didn't have a great year and he wants the stability of playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Flaherty, we could certainly go for Flaherty, but he's from Los Angeles too. And Fried could definitely be good, but I'm just worried that we're not going to be able to get our claws into a really good pitcher. I really want to get Corbin Burns, but it's just I'm worried that we're not going to get him because Baltimore is actually spending now. And hold on, but yeah, hey Fozzie, good to see you. Corbin Burns. The news about him says that he's been talking about the Mets. He's been talking about the Blue Jays. There has been calls from the Yankees and the Red Sox. I mean, I'm just worried. I'm worried that we're not going to be aggressive enough in trying to get one of these guys. I do think we're going to get one of these people. I'm hoping because Fried could definitely be a guy that we sign for long term, and he could be the staff ace. I mean, the only reason why he's not considered the staff ace in Atlanta is because he's behind Chris Sale, Spencer Schwellenbach, and even a guy like Reynaldo Lopez or Spencer Strider is the obvious guy. But looking at this list of guys, I'm worried that we're not going to be proactive and aggressive in pursuing these guys in free agency. And it's going to be a problem for us down the road. And I'm always thinking that Sasaki is not going to come here because he'd have a pitcher's ballpark, and that would certainly help him. But he would immediately have to be asked to be the staff ace of this team. And That's just not reasonable for a guy like him. I mean, he's new. He's obviously a great player, and he could be this generation's next great pitcher. It's not unreasonable to consider him one of the best pitchers on a staff, but he's still a young man trying to learn how to play in the big leagues. And I'm worried that we're not going to get any of these guys. I mean, all of these guys could want different things. But yeah. But just hold on. I'm going to show this really quick. But yeah, I think what the Giants are telling us without telling, yeah. I mean, every day that passes, I fear that we are just going to blow it all up. And it's not unreasonable because we have good people waiting in the wings like Eldridge, Ramos emerged, Jung-Hoo Lee looks great. We're worried about right field. We have Chapman signed. The problem is, though, why would we re-sign Chapman to a 6-year deal if we're rebuilding? It's just, we should have traded him then. Dude, I am going to be looking back at this deadline, the last deadline we had, and be pissed because I'm going to be thinking to myself, we could have gotten Snell traded. We could have sent him somewhere incredible, and we could have made so much capital back from him, from the Orioles, for example. But instead, we sat around, he opted out, and he went to the worst possible place for us. It's good for him because the guy got paid and he gets to go back to his house in down Southern California. But it's like, and I'm for the player. I want to be clear. I'm for the player. I am a firm believer that you should do whatever it takes to make sure that your family is set up for the rest of their lives. But it's also like, we could have traded him somewhere. But instead, no, we sat on our hands and let Farhan Zaidi destroy this team constantly. But it seems more likely than not that we would rebuild. Like, there's only a couple good players on this team. Like, hold on, let me just get the information right here. Okay, let's just look at this. Like, oh my gosh, no. I mean, just looking at our pitching, there are so many guys that we could trade. There's so many guys that I'm thinking of right now that we really should trade. Webb probably should get traded now. Hicks might want to get traded now. There are other guys on this team that should get traded or sent away. Robbie Ray. Other guys on this team. I mean, I look at this team every day and I think to myself, why did we spend all that money back with Chapman? I feel like Buster needs to go to international to fill our needs. Yes, the Giants should target Burns and Fried. I would just take a Sugano and see if the Giants can get Sasaki. I won't hold my breath. No, that's fair. I mean, we need to go get prospects. That's our biggest problem. We don't have young players for the future. Listen, we're not the Dodgers. We don't have the ability to develop right now and look to the future and say to ourselves, like, okay, like we have these great players now, but we can develop. We don't have that luxury. We have to go one way or the other. We either have to spend a lot of money and get people to come here, or we have to just go all out and try and find a way to trade people. We don't have the luxury of, oh yeah, we can do both at the same time, because we don't have the farm system for that. And we don't have, and we also apparently don't have the money to spend because the ownership is being damn cheap. But yeah, it's just been so damn quiet and it's deafening. I mean, Jesus, I'm going to look at Kyle Harrison's splits from this year and last year. His splits last year weren't as great, but they have regressed from last year. Last year, he was much better. And this, it's like, yeah. Farhan could have traded Snell, but didn't see because this team could do something special. Just because we had one good year does not mean shit, in my opinion. Like, we had 2021. Okay, that's cool. But keep it real. Like, we should have been so much smarter at the deadline. Hold on, I have a... No. Just getting a lot of stuff coming my way right now. But yeah, if this dude gambled. He tried to be so damn stubborn about that 1 year. Good executives realize when they're beat and decide to throw in the towel. He never did, and he always kept messing it up. He doesn't understand that prospects can be the future of your team. He didn't realize that Snell should have been traded. Like, he never saw potential. He always saw what he thought was the numbers that could get us the wins. And honestly, that's the reason why he's fired, and it's the reason why we're in the horrific predicament we're in. Blake Snell is with the Dodgers now because of Farhan Zaidi. We gave him that stupid fucking opt-out. And because of that, we're now in a worse position. He will play for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he's going to kick our ass like however many times he plays against us every year. It's just disgraceful baseball, in my opinion, how little we seem to care about trying to be aggressive, trying to get our hands on a good player. Yeah, we have some decent players, but all this tells me is that, like, we can't trade Bailey because he's too young and a team's not going to overpay for him. We can't trade a guy like Eldridge because he's our future. What are we going to do if we don't have him? We can't trade Fitzgerald. He's not going to have enough, like, juice to his name to a point where a team will get him. I don't want to trade Ramos because he's a really good player, and I think he could be the future of the field. And I don't want to trade Jung-Hoo Lee either. And that only leads me to one conclusion. We need to trade pitchers. Do you know how much a team like the Yankees or the Orioles would pay for a guy like Logan Webb? I didn't want to trade Logan a year ago, but now all I'm going to be thinking about is we could get a good prospect. We could get this guy. We could get that guy. Andrew Friedman is a genius. Buster need to do a study on his adversary. I wouldn't be surprised if Soto signs with the Dodgers. I mean, if he signs with the Dodgers, I will literally just stop watching baseball because we already know the Dodgers are going to start creating the parody, just the insane, constant, like, idiotic Hollywood script that we don't need in baseball. It's just, the thing is about Andrew Friedman, he understands what he needs to build a team, what he needs to make sure that this team keeps going. He understands that, and he wants to keep making sure this team continues to be great. I mean, and he's only 45. He's got so much time. Like, all this is doing right now, in my opinion, with Andrew Friedman, he understands that with Snell, he's going to get 4 years of peak production, probably. I mean, the dude is, again, as Benji said when he came around, the guy is the best pitcher in baseball when he's on his form. I mean, the guy is easily the best pitcher in baseball when he's on his form. There's no better player in baseball when Blake Snell is pitching out of his mind. And now we're going to have to face it every single damn year unless he has a bad game. And those don't come often for Blake Snell. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, I'm always going to be blaming Farhan for this idiotic thing that happened to us. I mean, Jesus. The ownership got complicit, Farhan got complicit, and we're now paying for it. Seeing our rivals get our players and get players that we could use. When are we going to be aggressive and try and get a guy like Corbin Burns? When are we going to go be aggressive and get a guy like Soto that can possibly give us an opportunity in the future? I just don't want to hear us left out of conversations. Because all this is telling me is, dude, we're not being serious whatsoever. Like, Jesus. Man, we are not being serious whatsoever. Okay, we have movement right now. Hold on. Yeah. Enjoy your families and Thanksgiving. Don't need to worry about other teams anymore. There's more important things in life. Stay safe, guys. Enjoy some good food. Yeah, I think we should do that. I mean, I'm at home right now. I'm trying to enjoy myself. My family's here. But yeah. Farhan also never understood the Giant fan base, especially the rivalry we have against the Dodgers. I mean, of course he didn't. Because he's a goddamn Dodger himself. The guy was a Dodgers freaking executive and a guy who helped run their operations. I mean, he never understood that this team is at its best when we hate our rivals. That is when we're at our best. I mean, Jesus, the reason why this team ends up being so damn good is when we freaking hate the other team. Like, God, like, that's when we were in our form, when we were just kicking ass. It was when we actually gave a crap. I mean, Jesus. Like, what do we have to give a shit about? Farhan's insanity? I mean, Jesus. We have no reason to believe that this team can keep itself going. I mean, this isn't technically Buster's fault, but it's also like we need to give a crap about trying to make something memorable here. At the very least, we have to give a crap about trying to do something. And right now, I am highly concerned with what's going on. I didn't know it was in September. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Come on, Fred. You gotta stop. But yeah, Jesus, man. Like, I need a reason to keep believing in this team. Like, just show me that you're willing to go after. I need to hear in conversations, hey, we're going to go get Corbin freaking Burns. And I don't want to hear idiots like that dude Marcus, not Marcus Wong, but that dude from Los Angeles. I don't want to hear people from Los Angeles coming in here and talking crap and saying, oh, yeah, your team's this, your team's that. Dude, our teams are not even mildly close. So stop talking about how we do business because you don't do business the same way as we do. Don't tell us this, don't tell us that, and don't sneer down at us or talk up to us from that shitty city down in Southern California. I mean, Jesus, dude. Everyone acts like San Francisco is such a bad place when Los Angeles is just as horrific. The reason why that place is so many more crime, the reason why this place is given so much crap is because of the damn media. In reality, Los Angeles is just as bad purely because of the amount of people per capita they have in that city. My gosh. I just really don't care for like the idiots down in that trash city. I mean, Christ. And what are they going to do if I go to Los Angeles? Kill me? I mean, Christ. These people are just so, yeah. No, exactly. I mean, it's not even just because there is this or that. It's purely because of people per capita. There's more people. Instant, good to see you. Welcome to the show. But yeah, but purely because of people per capita, that place has more homeless people. I mean, Jesus. And it's all, oh yeah, San Francisco's this, San Francisco's that. Like, shut up, bro. Your place is just as trash. Every city has problems. Every urban area, every city has problems because of mostly because there's just such a massive amount of people. It's just a crock of shit to argue that to make this about rivalry. And honestly, I hate Los Angeles. I hate the people there. I hate the issues that city has. I most of all hate the damn sports fans. I mean, Jesus, Lakers fans are a damn cancer and trust fund babies. I mean, Jesus. Giants have ruined my Thanksgiving. So what's to pivot now since we're out on soda and lost Snell? Willie Adames. Maybe talk to our friends over in Baltimore about Corbin Burns. Maybe talk to Baltimore and the Orioles about the possibility of, trading around and giving them Logan Webb. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, sports fans in Los Angeles are just such a damn cancer. I mean, Lakers fans are the trust fund babies of basketball. Rams fans are just annoying as hell. And the Dodgers fans are literally more known for killing people than they are for being good fans. I mean, Jesus. What's there to say about that place? Other than those teams resemble the city. They're plastic and cosmetic as hell. I mean, Jesus. I just don't like those, like the way that they act. Especially now that they're acting the way they are just because they won one championship. Stop smelling your own shit and says it smells like roses. Stop it. Like, Jesus. And FI, I swear to everything that I got. do not let us be good. Like, do not let us be good. I swear to, like, everybody in baseball, do not let us or any of our, like, do not let the Giants be good. I mean, do not let the Giants be good, please. Just don't let us be good. If you let us be good, then we are going to be insufferable as hell. We will make sure that every damn Dodgers fan and every single fan of every baseball team, we give it more. Yeah. Okay. Web trade looks more like the more realistic option. All the remaining elite free agents have qualifying offers. Yeah, pretty much. Every single elite free agent has a qualifying offer. I mean, if we trade Logan to the Orioles, I mean, they need starting pitching. I mean, they obviously have Corbin Burns, who's great if they re-sign him, that is. I want to get Corbin Burns. But yeah, it's just so damn tedious. Because trying to get a guy like, because I really want us to get good prospects back. It's just, I'm worried. Because if we don't get these guys back, then we're going to be in trouble. I mean, we seriously need to go try and trade. To go try and trade Logan Webb. Because it's just, we need to prepare for the future now. There's no way we're going to be able. This is the richest free agency class in an age. And what do? We need to get somebody that we can easily say, oh yeah, this guy could be somebody for us in the future. And we don't have that right now. I mean, Jesus, Eldridge is waiting in the wings, yes, but we don't have enough right now to say, oh yeah, we can totally go contend or even go for a wild card spot. God forbid, try and contend against the Dodgers for the World Series. I mean, it's just unrealistic. We need to protect our future. We need to protect our future. We need to show promise next year. We need to show a semblance of, oh yeah, we can do something. We can't go one way. We got to go one way or the other. We can either build for the future and trade away our stars, or we can go the other way, which is go spend a good amount of money on a guy like Corbin Burns. We cannot, and I mean we cannot just be putzing around and messing around with the notion of, oh yeah, let's just try and do it both ways. Then we're going to be going back to Farhan. We have to go do one or the other. We either trade away and try and see if we can start resetting this team and rebuilding, or we go take risks and go buy some people. And we don't have, and it doesn't seem like that way is the way. Pick a lane, stick with it. Say, hey, I'm going to either rebuild or I'm going to just do whatever. Like, come on. I just heard, babe. Hold on.
In camp, what's it been like for you so far?
It's been exciting. Playing out here with the big league guys, it's a trip. It's like a dream come true, pretty much, to be out here after coming here so many times as a kid.
High drive, right center field, out of here! Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Double play, grounded to second. To his left, Scudero's got it. The second one. Crawford to first. Double play.
We got Chopper coming in as Bell. Breaking ball, hit up the middle, in the center field, a base hit.
Caught by the leaping Crawford.
Throws to first. He got him. What a play. My goodness, Brandon Crawford.
It is out of here! And we are headed home.
Brandon Crawford has launched a grand slam and totally silenced this crowd in Pittsburgh.
The bouncy ball up the middle, flip to Crawford, to first.
Oh, they got him.
He's got just the total package on defense. He's got the range. He's got the arm. He's got any kind of moves you want him to have. He's smooth.
Drops it on the bare hand. Got him!
Wow, what a play by Crawford.
Diving step.
He does it again.
It's always a good day when you sign your shortstop who just made the All-Star team. He got a gold glove and a silver slugger. The guy's a winner.
Breaking for the plate.
Crawford's throw is out.
Lines one. Caught by Crawford. A leaping catch.
His 7th hit of the night.
Crawford swings it. He drives one. Goodbye.
Crawford scores. Wow. No doubt about that one, Crawford.
Being homegrown and native born, he's exceeded a lot of expectations. He's a fan favorite and should be.
I'm Brandon Bell. And I'm Brandon Crawford. It's officially our favorite promo, the All Brandon Weekend.
Listen to this crowd.
He's as good a person off the field as he is on, and that makes him a hell of a player.
Growing up a Giants fan, it was a dream come true just to get drafted by this organization. To have the opportunity to play in the big leagues and win a couple World Series during that time. I really didn't think it could get a whole lot better.
Ah, fuck. Ah. Man. Oh, God. I think I remember the day that it was Game 7 of the World Series when we were playing the Royals. When he made that play to Panic. When he made that play with Panic, it was just unbelievable. I mean, Jesus, man. Hey, I know we're missing about better days, but a wise man once said, my intuition's telling me there'll be better days. We just got to take our time with that. But yeah, anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. What do you think about signing Sagano? I mean, he's 35. That's the biggest issue I have with Sagano. He's 35 years old. And last year, the biggest issue was him. He only threw 150 innings. If we want to just take a flyer on him and be like, yo, let's talk about the possibility of getting him. Like, there's possibility there. It would have to be like a 2-year deal, in my opinion. It can't be long term. I mean, I look at the Sagano and I'm nervous just purely because of the dude's age. It's not like the dude's going to put up 200 strikeouts in a season or that he's done anything particularly insane. I mean, he only had 111 strikeouts in 150 innings, too. Yes, he had a 1.7 ERA, and that's great. I'm just like, I haven't seen anything particularly outstanding that I would be like, okay, let's take a risk on the 35-year-old guy. Listen, it's not like a Justin Verlander thing, like 5 years ago, where he actually had a lot of more like, oh yeah, he had spunk to be great. It's not. I just haven't seen anything outstanding enough to the point where we'd be doing that. Not like we're winning anything next year, in my opinion. If he excels, then great. But if he's terrible, and send him to AAA for crying out loud. I mean, that's not unreasonable. I just really want to try. I just really want to try and see if we can build for the future. I just really want to build for the future, you know? That's what I'm worried about. The future. And it's not like we can't go get him. It's just, and yeah, there is examples of pitchers pitching at a high level into their 40s, like Verlander, like Nolan Ryan, Scherzer as well. But it's like, this guy is particularly old. And the difference between him, this guy Sagano, and those other pitchers is just simply like, I'm looking at the difference in stats and just what I've seen from those guys is like, Verlander was still striking out 200 at like 39. Scherzer was doing the same at like 39. He was still striking out like 200 people And then with Nolan Ryan, I mean, he's Nolan Ryan. I don't need to reminisce about him. But it's like with this guy, I don't see anything he excels at particularly well. Yeah, it would be nice to have him, and maybe we could send him to AAA if it doesn't end up going well. But it's like I wouldn't want to risk the notion of paying him good money just because, even though he's, especially since he's 35. I mean, it'd be cool, but that's a guy you buy if you're a team that's good already. I mean, if the Dodgers got him tomorrow, that would be very helpful for them, because it's not like you're getting an incredible player, but you're still getting a good enough player that can play. I mean, you look at that and you're like, yeah, I think Buster's going young, but they'll consider stopgap players to bring up younger players. Yeah, that's the thing I would be inclined to say. Get stopgaps. Get players that are going to be playing for like a year or 2 years to just be like that little gap, that little area between, like, first base. We might want to get somebody good enough until Eldridge comes up. Maybe somebody at second. You never know. Shortstop. I mean, third base, first catcher. Third base and catcher are filled. The outfield is actually looking pretty good with Jung-Hoo and Ramos, and Mike Yastrzemski in right field. I know people criticize that re-signing, and I get it, because we didn't go after Soto, but it's like, we really needed to just, at least that gives us a bit of consistency. But yeah, it is nice that 7 people are, there's 8 people now actually. So it's nice, Benji. It's really nice to have some people here just to talk, but damn, I got like a little emotional there about Craw, but yeah, we're going to miss you, Craw. Like, sincerely, we're going to miss Craw and how much he gave a crap about this team. It's just, yeah, I'm going to remember a lot of good moments with Craw. But yeah, sorry, but yeah, 6 people now, but oh my gosh, that's just a tough one to swallow. I mean, gotta look through some other stuff. Okay, I have a theory. Man, any thoughts on John Means? Hasn't he been injured the last year, if I'm not mistaken? Let me just check his stuff. I mean, okay, no, he looks good. 31 years old still. I mean, he's solid. He's a free agent this year, obviously. I mean, maybe we take a flyer on him. I mean, he's been a pretty good starter for most of his career. Other than 2020 and like 2018, he's been pretty solid as a player. I mean, yeah. I've been a May Chapman State. Everyone's tripping on the Dodgers moves that everyone feels Soto may go to the Dodgers. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I don't know how much the Dodgers want to sign Boris Kleins. I mean, definitely, yes, you just signed Snell, but that's a lot of money you just spent. That's a lot of money you just spent. Let's take a little dot right here. It must be some pixel. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's certainly possible, but I don't know how much they're going to be pushing for him. But yeah, John Means, I think we could take a flyer on him. He's only 31. He's just for the last 3 years, it concerned me a little bit, because he's been like, in the past 3 years, he's only pitched 52 innings, which is a little concerning. Yeah, he threw a no-hitter, and you have to be a really good player to have that. I mean, hold on, let me just check him. John Means. I mean, I'm wondering if he'll go for stability and just re-sign with the Orioles. I mean, it would make sense for him. Should go check 2019. I mean, yeah, he's pretty damn good, John Means. I'm just worried. He'd be a good player just to get on a flyer. I mean, I just don't want to be talking about flyers though. I want to be talking about guys that we can get long term. And I've heard from Buster like, yo, we're trying to get a short. Is there like a little dot here? I don't know what it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a little pixel. All right, cool. My gosh. Yeah, I'm worried about like what we're gonna do, because I really do think the best option we have is honestly we go talk to our friends in Baltimore about the notion of giving them Logan Webb. I mean, they need an innings eater. There's one thing I see. The one problem that the Orioles had last year was their pitching, and they just didn't have it all together. They weren't terrible, but they weren't that good. That's the issue with the Orioles. I mean, yeah, they were just a little shaky in a lot of ways. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. I am worried though, because now is what Glenn said. I think it's time to panic now. Now that a big free agent, if another big free agent comes off the board in the next 2 weeks, then we really need to start panicking. Because it's like, okay, we're really about to just do nothing, aren't we? I mean, it's not even like the Twins either, where we actually have some pretty good players that we still have chances to work with. We just don't have that thing. We're not being aggressive in free agency. And it's going to be very bad for us. Man, it's like a little. Is it this? No? Okay. But yeah, I'm worrying. Sorry. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Man. Russ Thompson. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna scoot back here. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if we don't get aggressive soon, it's going to be time for us to start worrying all over again. I mean, if nothing happens within the next, I'm going to say 2 weeks. If nothing happens within the next 2 weeks, I think we need to start worrying, because the Dodgers are getting their crap done early, and that's worrying me, because now we have to just keep worrying again and again and again. And it's like there needs to be a certain level of aggression in pursuing free agents right now, because we need to show we're going one way or the other. Go one way or the other. One way or the other. One way or the other. Just go one way or the other. That's what I'm begging. I'm begging of the Giants ownership and Buster. Tell us, are you rebuilding? Is this thing coming down? Or are we going to be aggressive and go the other way? Because if that's cool, let's do it, man. Let's go. Come on. Oh my goodness. I need to be able to look at this team and say, okay, there's something is going to happen. At least we have a plan for the future. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but yeah, it's quiet in here right now. I think I'm going to check out early now. I mean, all right, y'all. It's been good talking to you guys. I appreciate Babe, Benji, Arson Judge, Instant. Everyone else for coming along, just talking about some stuff. It's been good, y'all. I really appreciate it. And hope you all come back. Hopefully you guys will go watch Giant Sports Talk live later tonight. But I'm tired, guys. And we are really having a damn coma right now. But see you guys later. And as always, see ya.
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.